Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the most offensive advertisements ever made. I've seen my fair share of adverts that, are a bit of a shock to see. Like, there's just adverts from the past or even more recently where it's just like, oh, wow. But more so in the past that I've seen that are crazy. For the times that they were made, I guess they were seen as okay. But current day, you see them and you're like, Jesus, that is wild. But yeah, we're going to see this video. I don't know if it's going to focus on older ones or just adverts throughout history. I say throughout history, it's probably not going to be more than, 80 years ago. And we're not going to go that far back, I don't think. But throughout recent history. But yeah, we're going to check this out. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. Links are in the description to my Patreon where you can see reactions that I can't post to YouTube. Movies, TV series, all that stuff. Links are there. But let's check this out and see these adverts.
Did you fly on in for a September 11 deal? What about some cereal?
Oh, okay, we're going there. September 11.
To cope with the Boston Marathon bombing.
Oh.
These are the most offensive ad campaigns ever. In 2011, Mexican restaurant Hacienda rented
Oh, we're doing recent history then. Okay.
this specific billboard, on which they'd referenced the Jonestown Massacre, where cult leader Jim Jones had killed his entire following by spiking their Kool-Aid with poison. So what did the restaurant's billboard say? We're like a cult with better Kool-Aid, and their drinks were apparently to die for. Hacienda's VP of Sales and Marketing explained, "Our role is not to be controversial or even edgy. We want to be noticed, and there's a difference. We have a responsibility to advertise with care, and that's why we're pulling this ad. We made a mistake and don't want to have a negative image in the community, yet this wouldn't be their last controversial billboard." 5 years later in 2016, the restaurant made another reading,
"The best Mexican food this side of the wall,"
which quickly went viral on Reddit, sparking outrage. Really disappointed Hacienda continues to push past what is acceptable for advertising. Not a fan.
I mean, they probably just see any press as good press, don't they? I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe it worked. Maybe they noticed that people were coming after they'd done it before, but it's a ballsy move.
Of most of their billboards, but this is just too much. Hashtag take it down. Others showed their support in comments such as this one, yet unlike their previous billboard, Hacienda says it has no plans to apologize for or remove the ads. Their vice president explained,
"We don't intend to upset anybody, but we do use humor."
And Lee's Discount Liquor applied a similar strategy. Alcohol, it's cheaper than therapy. If alcohol is not the
Fucking hell. Wow. That is mad. It's just basically trying to convince people to just drown their sorrows in their alcohol. Bloody hell.
answer, change the question. You look like I need a drink, and perhaps so did the people who tried to get the billboards banned. Take down billboards stating Lee's Liquor is cheaper than therapy. The owners of Lee's Liquor has failed to remember the implications of alcohol regarding DUIs, broken families, and when people commit manslaughter. Lee's Liquor owners think this is funny, take this billboard down. Various comments agreed, such as, "This is irresponsible advertising. You can sell alcohol without crossing this boundary," whereas the humor was liked by others. "Hey dude, get a life, it's a very funny sign. I wish we had more signs in Vegas like this. If you don't like the billboard, go back to Utah." Lee's Discount Liquor ran their own billboard controversy poll, which found that 77.2% of people called the ad clever and not offensive, yet this didn't stop a mandate to take the billboard down. Even worse was a business card shared to Reddit reading, "Are you an alcoholic? We can help," although they weren't offering
Oh my god, this is mad.
counseling, but rather an alcohol delivery service. In all seriousness, I assume it's just a bad translation and meant, "Do you enjoy alcohol? We can help," but yeah, really should have run that by a native speaker.
No, I don't think it is. I think they're just trying to help. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. Fair enough. I mean, I'm not for it, but if you get that into the hands of someone who is an alcoholic, you're making your money. But that is mental. That is mad. God damn.
First, in that very same year, British
Tesco's. Okay, what have they done?
supermarket Tesco found themselves in the infamous horse meat scandal, where one of their burgers was found containing 29% horse meat.
Crazy.
Well, only 2 days after the scandal broke, Tesco tweeted, "It's sleepy time, so we're off to hit the hay." See you at 8 AM for more Tesco tweets, and the replies weren't too pretty. "You're hitting the hay? Well, I suppose the poor horses don't need it anymore. Maybe hitting the hay wasn't wasn't the best choice of words right now. Plenty of room on the hay now that we've eaten all the horses. Tesco responded by tweeting, "I'm terribly sorry. That tweet was scheduled before we knew of the current situation. We never intend to make light of it." And in case this wasn't bad enough, Tesco then had to scrap a segment of its latest advert as it was due to include images of a horse. The horse was apparently set to be used in a humorous context, but while Tesco was simply a victim of bad timing, recipe website Epicurious was a victim of bad thinking. Because after the Boston Marathon bombing,
Mate, making fun of a marathon bombing, what the hell is gonna happen here?
they'd post two insane tweets. In honor of Boston and New England, may we suggest whole grain cranberry scones. Boston, our hearts are with you. Here's a bowl of breakfast energy we could all use to start today. The tweets were quickly shared to a media training website which wrote, "Get your legs blown off by..."
See, this isn't really even a humor. Like, this isn't even funny. They're just literally just trying to sell. Like, some of the other ones, I'm laughing because of like shock humor. This is just a bit mad.
A terrorist, try these scones. Lose a cherished friend, maybe this bowl of breakfast energy can help, which then turned into articles by Mashed and Business Insider, as Epicurious was labeled by the public, morons, idiots, dickheads, and pathetic. The company responded with a copy and paste apology, leading to more criticism reading, "A repeatedly tweeted template apology isn't genuine. It's a form letter. The steady stream of identical tweets does nothing to engage with the audience and express human remorse, but were Epicurious's tweets as bad as Kenneth Cole's? Millions are in uproar in Cairo. Rumor is they heard our new spring collection is now available online, although the uproar had actually come from protests in Egypt, where 846 people were killed. Kenneth Cole quickly apologized before making the same mistake only 2 years later. In response to the Syrian civil war, he'd tweet, "Boots on the ground or not, let's not forget about sandals, pumps, and loafers," sneakily advertising his new line of shoes. On a public billboard, Kenneth mocked the Hudson River crash landing, but at least he had the decency to avoid September 11, unlike this TV commercial by the Worldwide Nature Fund. It began by explaining in 2001, one of the worst tragedies in the history of humanity killed 2,819 people, before showing a bunch of other planes to articulate that in 2005 the tsunami killed 280,000 people. That's 100 times more deaths. The message of the ad was that our planet is brutally powerful, yet it felt like they were minimizing the severity of 9/11 to highlight a natural disaster that couldn't have been avoided. Not only is the message offensive, but it's scientifically flawed. All the carbon reductions and recycling in the world won't prevent tsunamis. Advertising double fail. The commercial was so offensive the WWF tried to claim it did not authorize its production or publication, yet there was another 9/11 ad that was somehow even worse. It began to circulate in September 2013 and showed a man flying toward 2-foot-long subs, which you could buy for a price of $9.11.
I mean, the actual price is pretty good. It's just a bit of a mad way to sell it.
The ad was captioned with 2 pieces of text. "Fly on in for September 11th, and you will never forget this deal." But was the ad actually legitimate? Well, no. It was the work of satirical news site The Onion, which wrote, "From the structural steel melt on Tower 7 grain bread to the Twin Towers cold cut combo."
That's not the same at all. I was talking over, I'm just gonna go back a little bit.
"From the structural steel melt on Tower 7 grain bread to the Twin Towers cold cut combo with ground 0-carb vinaigrette on Let's Whole Wheat Roll, we've got something for everybody this September 11. Despite clearly being a joke, a man named Travis tried to cash in on the deal, printing the ad to bring to his local Subway, which they unbelievably accepted.
Is that a good coupon or no? It's a good coupon? It's good? Okay.
He and his friend were totally baffled,
Dude, I can't believe they did that, dude.
even showing their receipt to prove they hadn't lied. If the coupon itself wasn't hilarious enough, the fact that Subway accepted it as a legitimate coupon had me rolling on the floor. Subway, however, wasn't impressed. Like everyone, we are deeply offended by the fake story and ad created by The Onion. The story received coverage in a Sydney Morning Herald article, which highlighted another 9/11 deal that was instead completely genuine. The now closed Tumbledown Trails Golf Club in Wisconsin posted this newspaper ad reading 12th anniversary of 9/11. To commemorate this, we are offering 9 holes with cart for only $9.11 per person, or 18 holes with cart for only $19.11. The owner of the course said the golf club began the promotion 2 years ago on the 10th anniversary of the attacks, and until now it had been warmly received as a way to ensure people never forgot the tragedy. He'd therefore add, we're a little hurt by the fact that people are putting such a negative context on this. I thought people would appreciate it. It seemed the owner at least had some good intentions, although so did these 3 companies when they used hashtags incredibly wrong. Sweets company Entenmann's wrote, who's not guilty about eating all the tasty treats they want, without realizing not guilty was trending due to Casey Anthony's trial for the murder of her baby. They'd respond by tweeting, sorry everyone, we weren't trying to reference the trial in our tweet. We should have checked the trending.
Come on, I mean, they're not doing the same thing. That's not really comparable to any of these.
Hashtag first. Fashion brand Celeb Boutique wrote, hashtag Aurora is trending. Clearly about our Kim K inspired Aurora dress, although this wasn't exactly true. The hashtag was trending due to the Batman movie theater shooting, which killed 12 people in Aurora, Colorado. We are incredibly sorry for our tweet about Aurora. Our PR is not US based and had not checked the reason for the trend. At that time, our social media was totally unaware of the situation and simply thought it was another trending topic. We have removed the very insensitive tweet and will of course take more care in the future to look into what we say in our tweets. Then
I mean, they've owned it. I mean, fair enough, man.
there was D. Giorno's Pizza who wrote, hashtag why I stayed, you had pizza, which was a hashtag started by women explaining why they stayed in abusive relationships. Unsurprisingly, the company then tweeted a million apologies, did not read what the hashtag was about before posting, and to their credit, they spent the entire day responding to every complaint.
And they've actually given responses from someone, not the same copy-paste response.
Authentically. All social media experts, please take a lesson from D. Giorno Pizza. When you step in it, you give real apologies and not excuses. Good job. However, Home Depot never got the memo, as they'd do the exact opposite. After posting a tweet which produced the article, Home Depot apologizes for racist game day tweet, terminates agency responsible. So what did the tweet say? Which drummer is not like the others, attaching a photo that showed black people next to a monkey.
Oh my fucking god. How stupid do you have to be to post this?
You could argue it wasn't that bad given it said, which drummer is not like the others, although it's hard to know what
It's just the context of just seeing that. Flipping out.
Olivia was thinking when headlining an ad with the words white is purity. The campaign was so wild people didn't believe it was real, although others tried to argue that the world was overreacting. Is the US so obsessed with race now that the first thing Americans think when they read white isn't the color but race? People, stop seeing everything with identity politics tinted glasses. Then there was this ad by Big Pens reading, look like a girl, act like a lady, think like a man, work like a boss, which was
Oh, the feminists aren't going to be happy.
hilariously designed to celebrate women.
Oh my fucking god. What is going on?
Women's Day. People didn't
That's so fucked. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but it's just, they just... How are you gonna have this saying on Women's Day?
think like a man, work like a boss, which was hilariously designed to celebrate Women's Day. People didn't appreciate it. If it's quite alright with you, Bic, I'll look like a woman, act like a woman, think like a woman, and work like a woman, and you can F right off like an idiot.
Slay
to
queen.
make matters worse, Bic had launched the Bic for Her
Bic of the pen, they make the pens, don't they?
pen range 3 years prior, which had already been slammed as sexist.
They're just like regular pens, except they're pink, so they cost twice as much. That is
not
absolutely
Ellen.
true as well.
Well, at last, pens for us ladies to use. Now all we need is for her paper, and I can finally learn to write. I was so disappointed to find that only 1/5 of the pens I received were pink. Or maybe more, I can't do maths. These pens fit perfect in my hands, but hubby feels they are unnecessary since he writes all the checks. I'd explain more, but I have to go make him a sandwich.
On this topic, there used to be a chocolate bar called Yorkies, and they were really... I mean, I think there still is Yorkie. Wait, is it Yorkie? No, Yorkie. For men. On the packaging, it used to say like for men. Man fuel for man stuff. Yeah, I think it's in this one. I'm uploading videos, so it's really it's literally a woman. Just crossed out, just for men. Oh man, I remember this. I mean, it's not that deep, but I guess with the world that we're in, they can't get away with doing this, so they had to change it. You can't really blame them for changing it. It's a bit mad though, but I remember growing up with that, and I mean, as a kid, you don't really care, do you? You just sort of see stuff, but I just thought that was you could sort of relate that to these. Best Mexican food on this side of the wall was the funniest ad I've ever seen. So these are simply GTA billboards. I find it funny the fact that most of the people that get offended by the Hacienda and wall ad weren't even Mexican. Oh, for sure. I'm Mexican myself, and I approve the ad that said the best Mexican food this side of the wall. Yeah, but I mean, this saying that's the best food this side of the wall. Is it like that bad? Like, when you there's something on my. Please say that wasn't on my camera the whole time. There's a flipping bit of dust on it. What was I saying? Yeah, like, it's not so. It's just saying they got the best food in the US, best Mexican food in the US. But I guess the wall, maybe that just pissed people off. I don't know. But yeah, these were some of the most offensive advertisements ever made. Some were a bit just like hashtags they got wrong. Some were a bit mad, and yeah, there's a mixture of all kinds. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. And until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.